Baby, cock the Glock and then I let it spray.
Well, today was kind of a similar story from yesterday for the Tampa Bay Rays, as, you know, they get outpitched, but still find a way to win the game. If you remember yesterday, Valdez played better than Snell, but the Astros still lost. Well, today, the starting pitches were McCullers Jr. versus Morton, and you guessed it, McCullers pitched better than Morton, but the Astros, they still lost. And I think that just goes to show you how dominant the entirety of the Rays pitching staff is. It got a little too close for comfort tonight, but, you know, they held the Astros to just 2 runs. I said this in the last recap. I want to restate it to you again. In the 4 games the Astros played in the ALDS, they scored 33 runs on their division rival, Oakland Athletics. Through 2 games so far, 3 runs. That's it. Just 3. The Rays, again, made this stressful for everybody. I don't know why they keep doing it to me and the entire fan base of the Tampa Bay Rays, but they're doing it. So, Morton goes 5 innings. He gives up 5 hits, 0 runs. Right there, 0 runs. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. McCullers Jr., on the other hand, went 7 innings, 2 more than Snell. He allowed 4 hits, gave up 4 runs. 4 hits, 4 runs. 0 walks, 11 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts. That would be 6 more strikeouts than Morton had. So I think it's safe to say that he played better than Morton today. But he still lost because it comes down to the depth and the bullpen, and the Rays just edge out the Astros in that category. So let's get to the plays now, shall we? Top of the first, George Springer singles. Altuve strikes out. Brantley singles. You got 2 guys on base, and then the next 2 would get out. So the Rays get out of that mini jam there. 1 out, 2 on. Next up, you had the Rays. They'd get into the bottom of the first. Austin Meadows would lead off for the Rays. He grounded out. Brandon Lau would come up, and boy, is he struggling. He is just in a horrible slump. And, dude, this is the ALCS. You need to get out of it. Take some batting practice. Do whatever it takes to help you out, bro. But this ain't it right now. This ain't it. So he grounds out. Randy Arozarena comes up, and this is a story that, you know, it's not even news at this point. He is like one of the best, if not the best player in baseball right now. He gets on base almost every goddamn game. I don't know how he does it, but he is a good player. He is like really, really good. Randy Arozarena on his first pitch, singles. So he's already 1 for 1. First pitch, and he singles. You know what I love about Randy Arozarena? Aside from, you know, him getting on base or hitting a ding-dong Johnson every other game, he's good at taking good pitches. He reads the pitches well, and he doesn't chase a lot of balls. So, you had Randy Arozarena on first base with 2 outs. Ji-Man Choi would come up and he would ground out to Jose Altuve. But, just wait. Ji-Man Choi, assuming that he's getting out because 99 out of 100 times, yeah, you do get out. He's just lightly jogging to the base. Jose Altuve lightly throws the ball, but somehow it one-hops on Gurriel, and Gurriel just missed the scoop. Like, just missed it. Popped right out of his glove. So Ji-Man Choi, jogging to first base, he's safe. He's safe because Altuve threw Gurriel a bad ball, and Gurriel he missed it. So G-Man's on, and Arozarena's on. And Manuel Margot comes up to the plate. That should have been it. That should have been the inning right there. Rays get 4 up and 3 down. That should have just been it right there. But Manuel Margot, the former San Diego Padre, playing at Petco Park in San Diego, he comes up to the plate, and he hits a dead center dinger. Just an incredible hit from Margot here, and he makes Altuve pay for his mistake. A routine out, and you throw a one-hop. I mean, it wasn't your fault, really. But either way, that was a routine 3rd out, and you paid for it. Margot goes deep. Ding-dong Johnson, baby. 3-0 Rays. The Rays are up early in the game. Joey Wendell comes up, and he grounds out. That ends the inning. But god damn, that's got to be a stinger for Jose Altuve and Gurriel, because they had the game in their hands just right there. They screwed it up off a bobble. On a routine ground out, they screwed up, and it cost them 3 runs. Second inning comes along, and once again, Morton struggles. He allows 2 runners on with 2 outs. He does get out of it. Third inning comes along. Morton would give up a single to Altuve, but then get the next 3 guys out. Bottom of the 3rd inning comes along Brandon Lau. The guy who's struggling. He hits a routine ground ball to Jose Altuve. And you can't predict, nobody can predict something ridiculous like this. But for the second time in the game, Jose Altuve botches his routine ground out ball. He botches it again to Gurriel at first base. And Brandon Lau reaches. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. In the first 3 innings of the game, Jose Altuve made the same mistake of botching a routine ground out. I just don't know how you do that. Randy Arozarena would then come up here and make them pay for their mistakes again, boys. And would you know it? Arozarena singles. He's 2 for 2 on the day because he's Arozarena. He is Randy Arozarena. Some dude named Randy is taking over the entire MLB. It's crazy. He's so good. He is the spark that ignites the Rays offense, Randy Arozarena. 4th inning, Morton's struggles continue as he walked 2. But he did get 3 outs, so thankfully that would be it. 3 up, 3 down for the Rays in the 4th inning. The 5th inning comes along, Astros 3 up, 3 down. Rays 3 up, 3 down. Just super quick 5th inning. 6th inning comes along. Morton is replaced by Pete Fairbanks. Fairbanks comes in. The first batter Fairbanks faces is Kyle Tucker. He gets him to fly out. The next batter would be Carlos Correa, and Carlos Correa sent one deep out of the park. And the Astros are on the board. It's 3-1 Rays at this point in the game. He would get the next 2 batters out. The Rays, for the second straight inning, go 3 up, 3 down, this time in the bottom of the 6th. The 7th inning comes along. 3 up, 3 down for the Astros. Pete Fairbanks playing really good. He's locked in. Bottom of the 7th comes along for the Rays. Adames strikes out. Kiermaier strikes out. Mike Zunino, you already know it. Wait a minute. No. Mikey Z hit a dinger. And not just a dinger, but an absolute bash. Mikey fucking Z, baby! 4-1! Mike Zunino. It's so funny. It's really funny. I'm just now realizing this. Regular season Brandon Lau, MVP worthy. Regular season Mike Zunino, absolute trash. Playoff Brandon Lau, absolute trash. Playoff Mike Zunino, there's a good chance he'll hit a dinger off of you. I don't understand it. As Red Skull from Avengers Infinity War said, a soul for a soul. That's literally what this is. So Mikey Z with his 3rd home run of the playoffs, which is, that's surprising, but I love it. Mikey Z, baby. I'm starting to become a fan, honestly. We got Mike Zunino. Forget this, Malik Smith. And anybody who's been watching this channel for the past couple years knows that when Malik Smith was a Ray, he was one of my least favorite players ever. I did not like Malik Smith. He was garbage. He was dog shit. He was never good.
That didn't take long. Caleb throws a good one. They can throw to first is low. Another run coming. Davis will get him at the plate. At the wall. Up. And good one.
He didn't go on streaks like Mike Zunino's on right now, and he didn't play catcher. So, at least with Mike Zunino, when he's playing like shit on the bat, at least he's good defensively as a catcher, because there's a good chance he'll throw out anybody trying to steal second base. He's good at that, consistently good at that. And, now that he's on these streaks right now where he's, getting hits, he was responsible for the Rays winning yesterday. Mike Zunino, and then today he hits a homer, and not just an ordinary homer. This one was just a bash, like an absolute crushed see you later. The outfielders, they moved maybe 2 steps. They knew it was gone like the second it was hit. Mike Zunino, baby. We go to the 8th inning. Aaron Loop, comes in for Pete Fairbanks. And if you remember Aaron Loop, he struggled pretty badly recently. I forgot what game it was, but he was struggling. He almost blew a game. He was struggling yesterday. He got 3 guys on base with just 1 out yesterday late in the game, and then they had to put Diego Castillo in, who would get us out of that jam, thank God. But, yeah, Aaron Loop did not play good at all yesterday. But, Kevin Cash, he's like, okay, bro, redemption time, all right? Build that confidence. This is why I love the Rays' depth in the bullpen, and this is why I love the mind of Kevin Cash. you could go to somebody like Alvarado or Castillo or Nick Anderson, somebody who is statistically really good as a bullpen pitcher and will likely shut you down. But no, he goes to the guy who struggled yesterday, Aaron Loup. Why? Build his confidence up and save your good arms. It's genius by Kevin Cash. It's absolute genius. So Aaron Loup, first guy he faces, he would give up a ground out. He would get him to ground out. The next guy also grounded out. He gave up a single to Kyle Tucker for playoffs. He's starting to get a little bit locked in. You know what I mean? The bottom of the eighth for the Rays, they go 3 up, 3 down. That'd be it for the Rays offense today. Yeah, so Aaron Loup gets the first 2 guys he faces to ground out, and then he gave up a single to Kyle Tucker. So Kevin Cash pulled him, and they put in Ryan Thompson to face one batter, Carlos Correa, who he would get to force out. The bottom of the 9th inning, Kevin Cash puts in none other than Nick fucking Nasty Anderson. Nasty Anderson. And I'm immediately thinking, well, GG, this game's over. But Nick Anderson played one of his worst games probably ever as a Ray, which I didn't think I'd be saying. But he did not play good. Nick Anderson did not play good. And, man, I can't believe I'm saying that. Nick Anderson, Nasty Anderson, he had a bad game. But, I mean, can you be mad at him? He's fucking nasty. 99% of the time. Like, he's just so good with his pitches. But he was just missing the zone. I don't know what it was today. He was just missing the zone. He wasn't getting strikes at all. I think at one point he had 8 consecutive balls. So, he gives up a single to Gurriel. Then a single to Reddick. Then a single to Diaz. So the bases are loaded with 0 outs. Nick Anderson let the bases get loaded with 0 outs. That's incredible. The next batter, George Springer, would thankfully ground into a double play. One would score for Houston. Gurriel would. But thank God he got the double play. He then walked Altuve and then walked Brantley. So the bases were loaded again. All over again. Nick Anderson, twice this inning, has let the bases get loaded. And Alex Bregman comes up, and I'm thinking, dude, is Nick Anderson really about to blow a game for the Rays? Is he about to do that for real, dude? Nick Anderson. But thankfully, Alex Bregman got hella greedy because he should have known damn well, dude. Nick Anderson's been missing the zone. Nick Anderson at this point had given up 8 consecutive balls. He's thrown 8 consecutive balls. Walked 2 in a row. He's clearly missing the zone. All you have to do is sit there and let him pitch you balls. And you'll score runs that way. But this dude, Alex Bregman, he swings at the first pitch that Nick Anderson throws. The first pitch! And he pops out. That's the game. This is the 3rd game in a row now that the Rays made very, very stressful for everybody. So please, stop it. I don't like it. It's fun. It is fun to win playoff games. But it's not so fun when your blood pressure's up, your heart's pounding. You don't want to lose. You don't want to blow a game after you've been playing like that. And how could I forget? Manuel Margot made an incredible foul territory catch early in the game. I think it was the 3rd inning. Obviously, the score sheet doesn't specifically say, oh, Manuel Margot makes great catch. So kind of forgot about that. But I'm remembering it because it was an incredible play. Manuel Margot, pretty much, he just runs up to the wall. He jumps, makes the catch, flips over into a 6-foot concrete drop, and you're like, oh my God, is he okay? And oh my God, did he catch that? He gets right up, shows his glove, and he did make the catch. And that's just one of those replays that you're going to be seeing on Twitter for a while. It's one of those plays that you're going to start seeing in baseball commercials. And if the Rays manage to win this series, I'm sure you'll see it in, World Series preview videos and matchups. I mean, it was just an incredible play. So that's it for this game. The Rays take a 2-0 ALCS lead against the Houston Astros. They win this one 4-2. They play tomorrow. Tomorrow's pitching matchup is looking like Jose Urquidy, who in this postseason has a 5.19 ERA and 6 strikeouts, versus Ryan Yarbrough, who has only 1 strikeout in this postseason and a 3.60 ERA. He has only made 1 appearance. I imagine it's the same with Urquidy. I think both these pitchers have only played 1 game so far this postseason. So it'll be a toss-up matchup. Honestly, I think this is where the Astros steal one from the Rays. I would not be surprised if the Rays lost tomorrow. But obviously, I hope not. Obviously, I'm hoping the Rays win it. Because if you take a 3-0 series lead in a best-of-7, it's almost hard. It's almost physically hard to blow a lead like that. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I do have a feeling that this is just going to be one of those games that the Astros take back just because Yarbrough versus Urquidy. Yarbrough's not an ace pitcher. He's not, standout, elite. He's nowhere near that. He is below average, I'd say. On his best day, he's above average. Not by much, but he is. So hopefully it's just one of his good games tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Not sure how I feel about it, but we'll see what happens. So with that being said, the Rays are 2 wins away from a World Series berth. A World Series berth. Don't click off this video yet. Seeing the Rays do well this year and succeed, I think is more special, for me at least, than any other of my sports teams being successful in the playoffs. Because the Rays aren't a team that's known for being a top team every year. The Rays, they have these windows where they'll have a good team for about 4 or 5 years, and then they'll have to enter a rebuild phase. So more often than not, the Rays are rebuilding, and they're not very consistently in the playoffs. Why? Because I've said this so many times, the MLB doesn't have a salary cap. We cannot re-sign our players who end up becoming really good, but teams like the Yankees and Dodgers can, and it's messed up. So it's not very often you see the Rays make it this far. But this year is one of those years. In the 22 years the Rays have existed as a baseball club, this is only the second time that they've appeared in the American League Championship Series. The first time every Rays fan knows they won it. They won it in 7 against the Boston Red Sox, and they went to the World Series in 2008. They lost in 5. So for Rays fans, that was, to this day, the best season the Rays have ever had. But I have a feeling that the 2020 Tampa Bay Rays, they can top that 2018. I got a good feeling. There's no stadium in sports that I have been to more, and it's not even close, than Tropicana Field. I've been to the Trop more times than I could count. It's almost like a second home to me. Something about going there and watching a ball game, it's just, I love it. I love it so much. And so you almost feel like you're a part of the Rays family when you go to as many games as I do. You just feel like you're a part of the team. You feel like when the Rays succeed, it's just, you're just overwhelmed, man. That's exactly what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling that the Rays are on the verge of success. And I'm just going to say it. If the Rays make it to the World Series, they still have 2 games to go. But if they do manage to make it to the World Series, it'll probably be the most special one of any of my teams. It probably would be. So Rays the hell up. We're 2 wins down, 2 to go. Just 2 more wins, boys. 2 more wins and you're in the World Series, dude. Just 2 more. It's just an incredible thought process. Because you see, you watch this team go through so many seasons where they just miss the playoffs. A lot of them. So when they have a good year like this, it's damn exciting and it's damn cool. It's damn cool. That's your favorite Tampa Bay Rays YouTuber on YouTube, man. Go Rays. Peace out.